أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to G4 Holy Quran recitation class for Muta'allimat. I hope you all are doing well. I am your day teacher today and I will be assisted by the teaching assistant and the support teachers, inshallah. Before we start the class, please ensure that you have maintained respect for the Holy Quran by having performed wudu, covering your head, and sitting in a quiet room. Also, make sure that you have logged in with your correct ID. Switch your camera and microphone off. And with this, we will now start with the Adiyatul Quran, and I request ST to unmute a student, please.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Can I request ITG4713 to come on the mic, please?
G4713, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Please start with Ta'awuz and Tasmiyah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ربنا آتنا من لدنك ورحمة وهيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا. O Lord, bestow on us mercy from thyself and provide for us right guidance in our affair. Prayer of people of Cave.
Jazakumullah. And this is from Surah Al-Kahf, verse 11. Also, there was no vow over here. You were reciting a vow over here. Also, make sure that you read this raw with the fatha to be in a thick way. Okay. Other than that, it was really read very nice. Mashallah. Jazakumullah. So we are now going to the hadith, and I request ST to unmute another student for the hadith, please.
Can I request G4730 to come on the mic, please? G4730 to come on the mic, please.
Jazakumullah. G4730. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam. Could you please start with Tasmiyah and also the Durud Sharif to read the hadith?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. عن ابن عباس رضي الله عنهما قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم إن الذي ليس في جوفه شيء من القرآن كالبيت الخريب. Hazrat Ibn Abbas radiallahu ta'ala anha narrates that the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Indeed, the one who does not have any portion of the Quran inside his heart is like the abandoned house."
Jazakumullah. Very well recited. And now we are going to the Malfuzat. And I request ST to unmute another student, please.
Can I ask G4771 to come on the mic, please?
G4771. Assalamu alaikum. G4771. Could you please unmute your mic? G4771. Okay. ST, I think there would be some issue with the mic of G4771. We can try another student, maybe.
Yeah. Can I request G4879? Could you please unmute yourself?
G4879. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Could you please read the Malfuzat?
Yes. Sayings of promised Messiah, peace be upon him. A person requested to the promised Messiah alayhi salam, the Hazur, kindly pray for me that my tongue may start expressing well. My tongue is not capable of reciting the Holy Quran and does not work well. May it open up. The promised Messiah alayhi salam replied, keep reciting the Holy Quran with patience. Allah Almighty will loosen the knot of your tongue. There is a blessing in the Holy Quran that it cleanses the mind of a person and the tongue becomes fluent. In fact, even doctors often recommend this as a remedy for such a condition. Malfuzat, Volume 3, page 105. Jazakallah.
Jazakumullah, that was really well read. And we are now going to the quiz session. And I request the teaching assistant to please start the quiz.
Jazakallah, Assalamu alaikum. Let's start today's quiz. And question number 1 is, which letter is called a maftu letter? Is it A, the letter which carries a kasra? Is it B, the letter which carries a dhamma? C, the letter which carries a fatha? Or D, the letter which carries a jazm? I would request support teacher to unmute a student.
Can I ask G4764 to come on the mic, please?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullah.
Walaikum assalam.
I think it's C. I
B.
think C.
Well, maftu letter is the letter that carries
C.
a
Fatha.
fatha. Yes, so C is correct. Jazakallah for coming on the mic. Question number 2. How many Khilafat Jubilee prayers are from the Holy Quran? A, 3 prayers. B, 2 prayers. C, 5 prayers. Or D, 4 prayers. ST, can I have a student?
Can I ask G4719 to come on the mic, please? G4719, could you please unmute, sir?
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
I'm not very sure, but is it C?
So let's see the answer. So the correct one is actually 3 prayers, not 5 prayers.
Okay.
Jazakallah. Question number 3. In which condition Allah has prohibited believers to observe the prayer? Is it A, when one is ill? B, when one is in the state of war? C, when one is on a long journey? Or D, when one is not in full senses? Can I have a student?
Can I ask G4757 to come on the mic, please?
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Walaikum assalam.
The answer is D, when one is not in full senses.
That's correct. Jazakallah, well done.
No.
Question number 4. What's the least reward for reciting the Holy Quran as mentioned by the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him? A, 3 times of each letter recited. 10 times of each letter recited. C, 7 times of each letter recited. Or D, 27 times of each letter recited. Can I have a student on mic?
Can I ask G4894 to come on the mic, please?
G4894.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Is it B?
So you think it's 10 times? Let's see the answer on the next slide.
Yes.
It is correct. Well done. Jazakallah.
Jazakallah.
And last question is, which word is used to give negation of a command in the Holy Quran? A, ma. B, laysa. C, la. Or D, lam. ST, can I have a student?
Can I ask G4763 unmute yourself?
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Is it C?
Yeah, La, so it is correct. Well done. Jazakallah. This concludes today's quiz, and I'll say it back to the DT.
Jazakumullah TA for conducting the quiz. It was very informative. Before moving to today's lesson, we have one announcement that we are looking for dedicated people to join G4 course as teachers. And if you are confident and you are ready to dedicate your time and effort, please email us and we will get back to you shortly, inshallah. And now we are going to start our class for today. So today we are going to learn about iqlab, miniature meme or meme makluba, and miniature noon or noon kutni. So we will see what these are. So we have been learning about the rules of noon sakin and tanween, and iqlab is one of the 4 rules regarding noon sakin and tanween. We already learned about izhar and idgham in the previous classes, and today we are going to learn about iqlab. Now, iqlab means to change. This is taking place if noon sakin or tanween appears before the letter ba. And this noon sakin, for example, over here you can see there is a noon sakin followed by the letter ba. So what happens is the noon sakin will change into a meme sakin. And this meme sound would be pronounced for 2 counts with a nasal sound. So one thing to remember here is ba is known as harful iqlab because there is only one letter. It is called harful iqlab. So this would be read as min bayna. So instead of the noon sakin sound, you will be making a meme sakin sound. Okay. So in the Quranic text, a mini meme is also placed in such words to facilitate the readers. So as you can see here, rounded, there is a small meme on top of the noon sakin. This meme is known as miniature meme or meme maqluba. So iqlab and meme maqluba. So this meme will be pronounced instead of the noon sakin or tanween, and you will make a nasal sound for 2 seconds. Then the next one is noon kutni or the small noon. So this noon is written in between 2 words. So as you can see over down, there is a small noon written between 2 words. This is called noon kutni or miniature noon. And this noon indicates the presence of a tanween in the previous word. So how we will pronounce this noon, it depends upon whether you are going to do wasl or combining the 2 words, or whether you are going to make a pause on the first word. Okay, so if you're going to combine the 2 words, then the 2 words would be joined. Also, the noon will be pronounced with the kasra on it. Okay, so this would be read as fitnatun qalaba. So after the ta marbuta, I'm doing a noon, a maksur noon sound, and then I'm joining it with a noon sakin. Okay, so this is how noon kutni would be read when you are doing a wasl or combining the 2 words. But if you're going to make a pause at the first word, for example, over here you can see there is a noon kutni, but before that you can see there is the sign of end of the verse. So according to the rules or according to the sunnah, you're going to pause over there, right? So what in this case, what you will do is you will completely ignore the noon kutni and you will follow the rules of waqf or rules of pause on the first word, and the second word would be started separately. So over here, you are not going to join this. So this would be read as lumazah. So ta marbuta would change into a ha sakina, and then you will start this word separately. So here you would be reading it as allazi. So one thing to make notice when you are not joining, then you have to apply the rule of Hamzatul Wasl over here, about which you will be learning in the next class. But remember, just for now, remember that whenever lam sakin or lam mushaddad follows a blank alif, this alif would be taking a fatha. So this would be read as allazi. Okay. So these are the rules of Noon Kutni and Meme, Maqluba and Iqlab. Now I would request ST to unmute a student so that we can do some practice of these rules.
Can I request G4741 to come on the mic, please? G4741.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam, G4741. Jazakallah for coming to the mic. And I hope you understood the rule. So with that, can you read this word after ta'awuz and tasmiyah?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ضلال بعيد.
Jazakumullah. And can you apply the rule correctly, mashallah. You recited very well. Could you also please explain me how you did the rule?
Yeah, this is the rule of Iqlab. So I pause here for 2 seconds, 2 counts.
You made the meme sakin sound, nasal sound
Yeah.
for a second.
Okay, yeah.
How did you understand you had to change this tanween into a meme?
Because ba is here.
Excellent. Yeah, because
After
ba
meme.
is here after the tanween, and also you can see the small meme, right?
Yes.
Do you remember the name of this meme?
Meme Qutni?
That is Noon Kutni, and this is meme Maqluba. So Iqlab
Meme
and meme
Maqluba.
Maqluba.
Okay, sorry. Meme Maqluba.
Problem. Can you please continue reciting from this last row?
Okay. غما بغم لكي لا ينبغي من بعد سميع بصير.
MashaAllah, very well recited. You applied all other rules as well, really well. And also here is another example where you have to apply the rule of Inqilab, but that meme Maqluba sign is not, meme Maqluba is not there. But you understood that you have to do a meme sound, and you did it.
Okay, yes.
Jazakumullah.
Jazakillah.
Can I ask ST to unmute another student so that we can do the Noon Kutni rule?
Can I ask G4800 to come on the mic, please?
G4800. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Jazakallah for coming to the mic. So after Ta'awuz and Tasmiyah, can you please start from here?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم خير اطمأن فتنة انقلب سواء العاكف.
Can you read once again?
Yes. سواء العاكف.
Okay, much better. So what rule you have applied over here?
This is Noon Kutni.
So
I did combine.
Yeah, and you
Double
did a
bus-
kasra on the noon. So if you can see over here, and you have decided to pause over here, so then can you tell me how you will read it? So this will
خير الوصية.
excellent, mashallah. So you will apply the rule of work over the first word, and then you will start the second word separately. And you did very well, mashallah. Can you also read the last word, row?
Qawmanillahu. Sorry. Qawmanillahu.
Okay.
Masalanil qawmu.
Okay, so just wanted, I forgot to tell one more thing about the rule. So, as you have read over here, so when you see a noon kutni and before the noon kutni you see an alif madda, then you have to ignore that alif madda. Okay, so this word we read as qawmanillahu. Okay, so this alif madda on the meme would be ignored, and only the fatha would be taken. Okay. So now can you repeat this row?
Qawmanillahu.
Mm-hmm.
Masalanil qawmu. Wa amwalun iktaraftumuha.
Okay. Can you can you read it once again?
وأموال اقترفتموها.
Okay. Yeah, so make the kalkala on the calf a little bit more sounding, okay? So that we can clearly hear that jerking sound on the calf, okay? Do you want to try once again?
وأموال اقترفتموها.
Much better. Very good.
أزير ابن.
Excellent, mashallah. You recited very well. Jazakallah for coming to the mic. And with this, we are now going to the Holy Quran practice session. And I request the teaching assistant to take over.
Jazakallah, Gigi.
Yes.
So we'll now move on to the surah practice for today. And today the verses are from 52 to 59. So let us begin. ST, if I could have a student on mic.
Can I please request G4816 to please unmute your mic? G4816.
Walaikum Assalam. If we could start from verse 52 from here after Tawuz and Tasmir.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ونفخ في الصور فإذا هم من الأجداث إلى ربهم ينسلون.
Jazakallah. Just one thing I wanted to point out here. I understand you were running out of breath and you went back and you started from home. Just need to be careful that fa'idahum, it's one word. So when you start, obviously, when you know the translation, then you know where the word is. So you will have to go back and read from fa'idahum. Okay? Could you tell me what rule you applied here on after meme sakin and it's meme mushaddad after?
I would ignore the meme sakin and I would combine it with meme shadda.
Okay, and how long did you prolong or pronounce this for?
2 count.
2 counts. And do you know the actual name of this rule? So meme sakin and meme mutaharrik.
I can't recall.
It's okay. So it's called idgham shafwi. So it's the idgham of meme sakin because after meme sakin over here, we have meme mushaddad after, right? So this will be 2-second light nasal sound. And on when you read this, the word aj, what rule did you apply over here?
So Jim is a kalkala letter, so that's why there's a jerk.
Jim is a purple letter, that's well done. And what rule was supposed to be here on noon?
Izhar.
So seen is not the izhar letter. So after noon sakin, we look at the letter and it's seen.
Yes.
It's ikhfa one of the ikhfa letters. So what's the rule of ikhfa? Can you remember?
You don't do nasalization for ikhfa?
You do nasalization, so you have to hide the actual sound of noon. So instead of saying yun, you say yasilun.
Okay. Yasilun.
Yes, jazakallah. So you're actually hiding, you're doing ikhfa. Jazakallah for coming on the mic. Right. Can I have another student on mic, ST?
Can I please request G4863 to please unmute your mic? G4863.
Okay.
G.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Yeah.
If you could start from qalu after Tawuz and Tasweer.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم قالوا يا ويلنا من بع من بعشنا من مرقدنا هذا ما وعد الرحمن وصدق المرسلون.
Jazakallah. Just a couple of things to note here. So this was ma, not me. I think it was by mistake you read as me.
I'm sorry.
So it was man ba'athana. And over here, could you read from wa and this word again?
وصدق المرسلون.
Okay, so on dal, there is no shadda, so there no need to be, dal doesn't need to be stressed. So wa sadaqa.
Okay.
Could you try again?
وصدق
Yes, that's right. And one more thing, if you feel like you're gonna run out of breath and you will be making a pause, just make sure when you make a pause and you don't then you do the proper waqf and don't read the last stroke. For example, here you were running out of breath and you stopped as wa'ada rahmanu and then you went back a few words. So if you're making a pause, then this would have been wa'ada rahman and then you go back and start again. Okay?
Yeah.
And do you know, okay, from today's lesson, what rule have we covered and it was applied here? What can you remember? What rule is this?
That's a miniature meme.
Yes, that's right. And what's the rule of that?
Instead of pronouncing the noon,
Yeah,
it takes the sound of the meme.
good. And what's the so again, this is the rule of iqlab as well. So what letter is harful iqlab?
Noon,
Afternoon, what letter do we see? And then if check if it's iqlab or not.
meme.
So noon sound turns into meme, but after that, it's actually ba, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So ba is harful iqlab.
Instead of saying the preceding word. Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine, don't worry. So ba is only letter of iqlab. So after noon sakin or tanween, if it's ba, then it will be the rule of iqlab.
Yeah.
And do you know what this means? Because you did make a pause here. So what is sakta or meme? Can you tell us?
I have no idea.
So this meme is waqful lazim. So you must do a compulsory stop here.
Okay.
So that's for everyone to note. I will show you the actual name of this waqf here because in the translated version, we can see this clearly. So this is the English translation copy of the Holy Quran. And in verse 53, if I zoom in a little bit, so as you can see here, there is meme. So meme is waqful lazim. So you must make a compulsory stop here. And then we also have sakta. And this means it's a short pause without taking a breath. So, and then you see there's another sign on top. So this is in the margin, it's written as three things: waqf al-lazim, waqf al-ghufran, and waqf munazzal. So waqf al-ghufran is basically when you see this while reciting the Holy Quran, the reciter should pray to Allah seeking His forgiveness and mercy, and this is considered appropriate to stop here and reflect over its meaning and message. So as the meaning of the message is here, they will say, "Oh, woe to us, who has raised us up from our place of sleep. This is what the gracious God had promised, and the messengers spoke the truth." So we should reflect over its meaning and the message in this verse, and waqf ghufran, we should always stop here and seek Allah's forgiveness and mercy. So this was the waqf I wanted to mention here for everyone. So it's waqf ghufran. It's often written in the margin for us to see. Okay, Jazakallah, that was good recitation. Jazakallah for coming on the mic. Now, Esti, can I have another student?
Can I please request G4840 to please unmute your mic? G4840.
Assalamu alaikum.
If you could start from here.
Sorry, where?
Yeah.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم جميع لدينا لدينا محضرون.
Jazakallah. So this after kaf we have alif, right? So we need to prolong this for 2 seconds.
Okay.
Could you try the first 2 words again?
In kanat.
Good. And over here, when you read this, it sounded more like a seen sound. Sawd will be a little rounded. Sayhatan wahida.
Sayhatan
wahida. Yes. And over here, it's not ha, it's ain. So jami'ul ladayna.
Jami'ul ladayna.
Good, Jazakallah. And I'm just going to ask a couple of things. Let's see if you can remember them. We have covered this rule. So can you tell me why? So what's rule applied here on sway?
Is it huruf al-madda?
Not madda.
Oh, huruf
Because
al-lin.
yes. And how do you identify that?
If it's a ya sakin and the preceding letter has a fatta, then you prolong it for 2 seconds.
Well done. And so it's making a half circle sound, softly elongating. So yalin. Well done. That was good. And what about the rule over here?
Is it the blank alif?
Well, that is the alif madya, so we'll prolong that for 2 seconds. But on vaw, so when you're joining tanwa, what rule is applied over there?
Do you ignore the tanween and then conjoin it with the waw?
We are actually pronouncing tanween, so tanwa. So the rule is idgham rule over here. So when you see a mushaddad letter after noon sakin or tanween, so it will be idgham, but then idgham comes into sections as well. So it's either idgham kamil or naqis. We'll talk about that in more detail in our idgham lesson. So this will be a partial merging for 2 seconds, 2 counts. And over here it's the same after tanween. We have la mushaddad again. This is the rule of idgham, but we'll cover that later. But other than that, it was good. Just a couple of things that I've mentioned, just that to work on. Jazakallah for coming on the mic. Right. Can I have another student on mic?
Can I please request G4761? G4761? No response. Can I please request G4757? G4757?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Walaikum assalam.
Uh,
Let's start from here.
I'm really sorry, I won't be able to recite the Holy
Okay.
Quran today.
Okay. Esti, can I have another student then?
Can I please request G4867 to please unmute your mic? G4867?
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Okay. Should I start?
Yes, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فاليوم لا تظلم نفس شيئا ولا تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون.
Continue, please.
Okay. إن أصحاب الجنة اليوم في شغل. Wait, let me just read that again. Sorry.
Yeah.
إن أصحاب الجنة يوم في شغل فاكهون.
Jazakallah. That was good. Just a couple of things I've highlighted. So this one is, it has alif next to lam, right? So how many seconds should this be prolonged for?
For 1 second.
If it's alif madya, then it will
Oh,
be
the 2 seconds,
2
sorry.
seconds.
Yeah.
And over here, if you were going to pause here and then continue, how would
Oh,
you
yeah. Gee, I
make a
realized that
pause?
afterwards that I've paused
That's
wrong.
fine. So how would you make a pause on this word?
Would it be
It will be shay'a
okay.
because it's tanween, so we'll just pronounce one of them, one of the fatha strokes, shay'a, and then you could just continue from va. And over here as well, it was meme with alif next to it, so alif madya, so 2 seconds again.
Okay.
And over here, you prolong this for 2 seconds. How many seconds should we prolong on this in?
Should it not be for 2 seconds because it has a should it be for 1 second then because it has a
So the letter noon itself would be 1 second, but while joining, you can say it's a noon mushaddad rule, so in nasal sound 2 second.
Yeah.
But we can't prolong the na. We can't say in you know.
Okay.
So it'd be in.
Oh, okay. So inna.
Yeah. So actual noon will be 1 second. And same with here as well, 1 second only. And you made a pause on Jannah, and then you started from Jannah, whereas the whole word is Al-Jannah. So
Okay.
then Alif will carry Fatha because it's Lam next to it. So whenever it's Alif or Lam, and then that Alif takes Fatha.
Okay.
And I think other than that, it was good. Well done. Just a couple of more questions. So we have corrected the mistakes now. Could you tell me what rule was applied on Shay?
The rule applied was it the Ya Madhya rule?
Not
no.
Ya Madhya, but we are softly making a half circle. What soft elongation rule? What?
Oh, I forgot the word. It's
lean.
lean.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
lean, right?
yeah, lean. Okay.
And how do we identify it? It's the before ya sakin or before alif, alif or ya or waw. Sorry, not alif, waw or ya. If the letter is carrying fatha, then it will be a lean rule.
Okay. Yes.
And what did you do on this tuj zawna?
I gave it like a little jerk.
Good. And what rule is that?
Is it the kalkala?
That's right. Well done. And okay. So this was no mushadad. We've already covered this. What's the name of this stroke on her?
It's the vertical fatha, right?
Oh, fatha ishbaya.
Yes,
Yes,
fatha
that's
ishbaya
right.
for 2 seconds. You have to prolong that for as well.
Yes, jazakallah. And other than that, it was good. Well done.
Oh,
Jazakallah for coming on the mic.
Jazakallah.
Right, Esti, can I have another student?
Can I please request G4855 to please unmute your mic? G4855.
Assalamu
Walaikum assalam.
Yeah,
If you could start from here after Tabuz and Tasmir.
okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم هم وأزواجهم في ظلال على الأرائك منتكئون
Carry on.
لهم فيها فاكهة ولهم ما يدعون سلام قولا من رب رحيم.
Jazakallah. It was recited well. Just a couple of things to note. Could you try this again from al-ara up to the end of verse?
الأرائك متكئون.
That's better, Jazakallah, because there was no noon, so it's muttaki'un. And over here, do you know what this means? This word kaf.
No.
So this is a pause is made here. So instead of continuing, you should stop, and then after a short break, then you continue. So let's try again.
Salamun.
So if you are making a pause, then this will be salam.
Salam. Okay. Salam. Salam. So if I'm continuing?
So you pause and then you continue.
Oh, okay.
Let's try.
Salam. Qawlan min Rabbir Rahim.
Jazakallah. So the waqf was good. And after noon sakin over here, it's raw mushaddad, right?
Yeah.
So this means you don't need to pronounce this noon, rather this meme will be joined with the raw. And this is the rule of idgham, where it's complete merging. Yes. So let's try from qaw again.
Qawlan min Rabbir Rahim.
That is better. Well done. And over here, I'm just trying to find the rule. Why do we prolong this fee?
Because there is a ya sakin, ya lin.
Not lean. This is your madya.
Ya madya, sorry, with the kasra preceding it.
Yes. And we prolong this for 2 seconds. And what about this rule over here? Tumma.
Because there is a mushad There is a tanween letter and a mushaddad.
Yes, so do you know the name of this rule? It's idgham. So what kind of idgham?
It's a naqis.
Yes, and what's the rule of that? Idgham naqis?
You partially mad without nun sound.
Good, well done. So we say thumma. And can you tell me what rule will be applied here? Is mim sakin and then mim mutaharrik.
You do a 2-second count.
Yes, 2-second light nasal sound, and this is called idgham shafvi.
Idgham safka, huh?
Idgham shafvi.
Okay.
So this is basically idgham of mim sakin. So after mim sakin, if it's mim mutaharrik, it's
Okay.
idgham shafvi
Okay.
because it engages the lips when you are pronouncing them.
Yeah.
Okay. Jazakallah for coming on the mic and for recitation. ST, can I have another student on mic?
Can I please request G4861 to please unmute your mic? G4861.
Assalamu alaikum. Sorry, I forgot.
It's okay.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ونفخ في الصور فإذا هم من الأجداث إلى ربهم ينسلون. Should I continue?
Yes, please.
قالوا يا ويلنا من بأسنا من مرقدنا هذا ما وعد الرحمن وصدق المرسلون.
Jazakallah. Just a couple of questions. Do you remember the rule on this over here?
Minal, on Minal?
On hum minal. So when you're joining from this meme to the next.
Because it's a meme with the jazm. Lean. I know in Urdu. I don't know the jazm sound in Arabic.
So it's meme sakin, and after meme
Meme
sakin,
sakin.
have meme
Okay.
mutaharrik, right?
Yes, mutaharrik. Yes. So we will ignore that meme and we will continue with the tashad meme twice.
And is it nasal sound or without nasal?
Yes, it's nasal sound.
For 2 seconds. And it's called idgham of meme sakin.
Idgham. Okay.
Okay, and okay, so this one was mum, not mim. It's fatha on top.
Oh, sorry. Yes, that's mum.
It's
I
okay.
accidentally did mim. Yes.
And again, I think I've asked these questions before as well, but just I think it's a revision if done again. So what rule is on way?
On way. It's joining with the. I can't say
So
the.
you're making a half circle, softly elongating.
The lean sound.
Yes, that's right. It's the lean rule. Yeah, lean.
Lean rule. Yes. Okay.
And what rule is applied on this noon second?
On mum. Mum
Yes.
ba'asna?
Yes.
Sorry, I don't know about the rule.
So try and think of the rule that we learned in today's class. What was the rule name?
The Itlam rule?
Iklab.
Iklab. Okay.
So can you remember what the rule was about?
Yes, in that rule, we should ignore noon. There was one word with noon. Noon kunti.
Well, that was noon kutni, but that was separate. This is meme makluba.
Meme makloub.
miniature meme. And
Miniature
yes,
meme. Yes,
yes,
yes.
we ignore the sound of noon because that turns into the meme sound.
Yes.
And
And there is ba zabar. That's why.
yes, and
Yes.
ba is harful iklab, right? Only
Yes.
letter of
Yes,
iklab
okay.
is ba,
Yes.
and it will be nasal sound.
Nasal sound, yes.
And I think I've also already explained.
Yes,
Could
the
you just
sakta.
tell us what this is?
Yes, it's sakta. So we should definitely stop here
Yeah.
without breaking our breath.
And what about meme?
Sakta means stop. Oh, meme. That's a waqf ghufran.
And waqf lazim as well. So it's written
And waqf
here
lazim as well.
on the left in the margin.
Yes,
So
yes,
we
yes.
must stop here.
We must stop, yes.
Oh, and okay, could you tell me the name of this stroke on meme?
On the small the small alif.
The stroke on meme, yes.
Mm,
So we prolong this for how long?
just more than the zabar.
So 2 seconds.
Yes, exactly.
It's the ishbaya stroke, fatha ishbaya.
Fatah ishbaya. Okay.
Jazakallah for coming on the mic and for answering all the questions very well.
Jazakallah.
Jazakallah. Now we'll have another student on mic.
Can I please request G4883 to please unmute your mic? G4833. No response. Can I please request G4879 to please unmute your mic? G4879.
Walaikum assalam. Is that G4879?
No, that's G4883.
883. Okay. Yes. If you could start from here and to recite 2 verses.
Sorry, from where?
From in. Over here.
ठीक है. Bismillah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم جميع لدينا محضرون. فاليوم لا تظلم نفس شيئا ولا تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون.
Jazakallah. Could you read these 2 words again from Jami up to the end of verse?
جميع لدينا محضرون.
Okay, so over here, this is the rule of idgham, because after tanween we have lam mushaddad, and this means we don't need to make the noon sound on ladayna, so we say ladayna.
Okay.
And you know which rule of idgham it is? Is it idgham kamil or naqis?
I haven't read the idgham rule. I
It's
think I
idgham kamil. Yes, kamil.
Kam-
So this means complete merge.
Okay.
Ladayna.
كل لدينا.
Ladayna.
لدينا. Okay.
And what rule is applied on this yo?
Yeah, it's lean.
It
Yo,
is lean, yes. Wow, lean, right? And again on shay, it will be ya lean, and that was wow lean. And again, what rule is applied here when we join this and we say anwa?
shay, it's is it is it the same as before?
Yeah, same as before.
Shay, wala. It's noon gunna. It's sorry, no, it's a nasal sound in. Sorry, let me see. Tanween. So if it's
one of the rules of noon sakin and tanween. So after noon sakin or tanween, we have mushaddad letter, and this is the rule of idgham.
Okay. I'm not sure of idgham yet.
Okay, we will cover in more detail. So this means we have to have this nasal sound here, shay, 2-second nasal sound. And when you read this word tujzauna, what rule do you notice or identify in this?
Tuj is a jim is a qalqala letter, so we pronounce it with a jerk.
Well done, yes, that's right. And yes, everything was, I think, fine. Jazakallah for coming on the mic.
Jazakallah.
So it's, I think I will now pass this on back to the DT.
Jazakumullah. Okay. Let me share my screen and hope it is visible. So in today's class, we learned about the role of iqlab, and that is to change the noon sakin or tanween into a meme sakin if the next letter is ba. So mim baini, you have to make a 2-second nasal sound on the meme sound and ignore the noon sakin. We learned about the meme makluba, which is a small miniature meme on top of the noon sakin when it is followed by ba, and that reminds us to do the rule of iqlab over there. Also, we learned about noon qutni, which is a small noon written between two words, and you learned how you will pronounce it when you are continuing that, and that you will do a kasra on the noon and continue and do the continuation of the word if you're doing so, or otherwise you will just ignore the noon qutni and pause on the first word and start the second words separately. So with this, we are now moving to the prayer, which will be recited after reciting the Holy Quran, and I request ST to unmute a student for that.
Can I please request G4830 to please unmute your mic? G4830.
G4830, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Jazakumullah for coming to the mic, and could you please start after Ta'awuz and Tasmiyah?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم إني عبدك وابن عبدك وابن أمتك ناصيتي بيدك ماض فيا حكمك عدل فيا قضاؤك أسألك بكل اسم هو لك سميت به نفسك أو أنزلته في كتابك أو علمته أحدا من خلقك أو استأثرت به في علم الغيب عندك أن تجعل القرآن أن تجعل القرآن ربيع قلبي ونور صدري وجلاء أذني وذهاب همي.
Jazakumullah, you recited very well. Only just over here it is Babunu, Babunu Abadik, and Babunu Amatik. And other than that, you recited very well. Jazakumullah. And Jazakumullah to everyone who joined the class today. With this, we are now concluding today's session, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.